Why are we always reading about sacrifice when we can never actually perform it? Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Parashat Vayikra. Shalom everyone and welcome to Parashat Vayikra. We are in a new book and I'm going to tell you in a spoiler from the beginning. A lot of the work we're going to talk about in this book is about the work of the korbanot, sacrificing animals in the altar, in the tabernacle. Now, I'm going back to the basics. We are dealing with such a big subject, on and on details. The Torah decides to take such a big chunk of the stories and write them about the korbanot, about the sacrifice. Not only there, also the Talmud and other books, always about the same elements. Sacrificing animals. And I'm asking you this simple question. What's the essence of sacrificing animals? Why do we need these rituals? On this debate, many other explanations. There's two main people that debated about it. Maimonides and Nachmanides. Maimonides said something simple and yet profound. He said the ancient world already was in the midst of basically idol worshipping animals. You know, in Egypt, we know that the animals were idols. Until this day in India, a cow is an holy animal. Maimonides says that by sacrificing animals, in a sense, we are killing idol worshipping. We are trying to connect with the divine inspiration without going with the animals that actually sacrificed or looked upon as gods at ancient times. We know the symbol of that is in Egypt and many other cultures. And by sacrificing it, you are killing idol worshipping. Nachmanides comes and says, what? It doesn't make any sense. We see from the first human being, his kids, Cain and Abel, they sacrificed already. Noah, as he finished the flood, he goes and he sacrificed. There was always a sense of sacrifice in the world. It's something in God's nature. What was it? The very simple understanding is the fact that people have nothing to give to God. We have nothing to give to Him. He has all the powers and all the blessings and all the things that the world has. What can you bring as a small human being? You cannot give Him anything, so you want to connect with Him. And how do you connect with Him? You're taking something that's going to be part of you. It's your money. It's something you worked on up, and you tell Him, this is yours. Now, I'm getting closer to you. I'm partnering with you. I'm connecting with you. The very essence of connecting to God is even in the word. To come closer to God, karov in Hebrew, korban is the right word for sacrifice in English. And indeed, the prophets talked about it many times. The verses repeats themselves several times, asking a simple, profound question. Do you think God wants the blood? Do you think God wants the meat of the animals? God is not there to be provided by the special meat you're going to slaughter there. He wants you to bring your heart. He wants you to bring the profound essence of getting connected to God. And this is maybe the honest truth. Sometimes when we're dealing with technical issues, just like sacrificing, we are good in working the details and making all the arrangements to make it happen. And when we really get there, where is our heart? Where is our soul? We look at the stories of the sacrificing of the animals and we think that this was only a technical ritual. It was people coming and shechting some animals and blood pouring, just like a ceremony. It wasn't a ceremony. In a sense, the feeling that being killed there and slaughtered was almost the feeling a person can get when he thinks about being so far away from his God. After sinning, after moving apart from Him, he wants to come closer. But he feels that if he won't come closer, it's almost like he himself is dying. It's almost like he himself is wasting his life. When you see these animals being slaughtered, wasting their life away in a sense, you should think about what it means to you. If you are not close to God, if you are not performing what you need to perform to be a better person, to do God's need in the world, maybe it's like you are wasting your life being slaughtered there. The truth is that there are many different explanations about sacrificing the animals, but the Talmud tells us a very profound thing. And it talks about the fact that some point in the biblical times, or just after, we read about the story of idol worshiping time and time again, how they were eager to idol worshiping and how they had to, from the golden calf and from the mask of Micah in Judges and many other places, that there was this eager to sacrifice and to have some idol worshiping in the air. And you look at the stories and you really don't understand, because I don't think none of us is in a point that he's eager to have idol worshiping. So the Talmud tells us that it was canceled. Yes, the feeling to have idol worshiping in the world is not here anymore. How is it that? How can you cancel it? And that's the answer. It's not that idol worshiping is canceled. Still, till this day, there are people that are idol worshippers. But generally saying, in the world and the culture, in the what we're living in, that there's just less sense of a connection to God. You can feel it everywhere in the Western world. No matter where this video is reaching, you know that the people surrounding you and the area and the environment and the media and social media and everything around you is just less eager to worship God. It's not part of their life anymore. It's not something so profound and so fundamentally important in their life. It happens with our children and with our grandchildren. It happens with my brothers and our sisters. It happens all around. When people want to do less idol worshiping, they basically say, we don't have this mystical, spiritual need anymore. It's not about working with God or performing rituals. It's about not being interested anymore. You know why we look at the sacrifice and we don't understand it? It's because we are far away from the spiritual world of connecting to God. If we knew and if we were clear to us and if we had the feeling of what is it to feel connected to God, to feel close to God, it would make perfect sense to us. Of course, you're coming to the house of the Lord and you are giving yourself to Him and you're connected to Him. And the blood and the smells weren't physical. It's a connection between this world and the next world. How we're taking the physical bodies, something we've been talking about for a while now, just like the tabernacle, you connect the divine and the mundane day-to-day world. By sacrificing the animals, you are sacrificing yourself. By sacrificing the animals, you're connected. You're connected to God, you're coming closer to Him, and in a way, you're connecting between heaven and earth. The profound moments of the tabernacles and the sacrifice were something so important that we prayed and we had a dream that it will repeat again. And it will repeat in the temple in Jerusalem. And there was the first temple and the second temple, and they were destroyed, obviously, but we are still praying for the day to come, because we believe and we understand that what we will feel there, what we are praying for, what we are dreaming for, is the connection to God like we cannot imagine. Being there, listening to the music, hearing the voices, smelling and tasting eventually God's presence in the world. And that's the profound journey of all sacrifice that we need to remember before entering the book of Vayikra. Shabbat Shalom.